is the North End. This is the North End.
Hey guys, JP California here, coming from you from another lava hot day in Southern California. It was not an early morning finally for this California Villa fan. Our game was at 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast. It was a nice, easy get up for me, and nothing like shaking the nerves because we were playing against the mighty Man City, a team that just throttles teams for fun. And I will admit, no Villa fan thought we were getting points. Everybody thought it was a 4-0 drubbing. And thankfully, Villa came out with a 1-1 draw. It was a lucky escape for us because we were second best for most of the game, but we were able to get a goal in about the 74th, 76th minute and keep playing for our lives. So let's get into the 5 things we learned about Aston Villa versus Man City. Number 1, Jacob Ramsey's new position. Jacob Ramsey for the last, year has been as a number 8, but he doesn't necessarily do the things a normal number 8 would do. His pass percentage and pass completion rates are not usually of the highest quality, and he's a great dribbler. So today he was employed more as like a 10 or almost a wide forward pinched in. And his normal position was very similar to what it usually is, which is higher up the field, a little wider, but still close to Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey. He did great. He had 28 touches. He had more touches than Bailey, who only had about 17 or 18, and just a few more than Ollie Watkins. He had a lower 68% pass rating, which isn't great, but it's not bad considering you're up against one of the best defenses in the league, and he was able to pick up an assist. And for me, he did exactly what he does best with his assists. He picks up the ball, he drives at a defender, he cuts a little wider, and then he whips it across with his left foot right in for Leon Bailey to smash home our tying goal. Now, this is only possible because he is stationed higher up the field. Every time he got the ball in previous games, he's kind of more in the middle of the field where he can break a line, he can beat a first guy, but then he still has the defense, and he's still waiting for guys to get up. In this moment, he was already up the field with forward players, and he could just go out of defense. So for me, I believe this new position for Jacob Ramsey in a number 10 role needs to continue, especially if we're going to play with 2 10s, or if we're going to play with 1 10 and 2 strikers. He might not necessarily have to feature. But I really did like him in this role. He did okay for me overall in the rest of the match, but for the most part, when he was on the ball, he was very positive, and he didn't look lost for pace or lost out of position, which is great. Number 2, Aston Villa looked well drilled. I hinted on this last week against Arsenal, that we looked well drilled, we looked like we had the energy, but we just didn't have the quality. And today, again, we looked well drilled. We did not let Man City really play through us as Arsenal did. Arsenal, it didn't matter, they could play wide and then get in. Man City wasn't able to play through us at the same level they are able to play through others. And this really, to me, is a crux of what Villa need to do. We need to be a little bit knit and grit in the center of the park. We can't have players playing through our channels, through our 8s and our 6 to get to their 10s and their strikers for their goals. And we did much better against this because Man City want to play up the middle and then leave the width for the very end. And so for me, that was really key. That is a saving feature for Steven Gerrard. If he is to continue to be Villa's manager, he needs to make sure that teams cannot just walk up the middle of the field and score on Villa. And keeping Man City to only 1 goal in itself is a victory. So well done, Steven Gerrard. You seem to be cleaning up some of the defensive woes. We still can't hold shutouts, but I'll take letting in 1 goal a game against a team like Man City. Our number 3, 5 of the 5 things we learned about Aston Villa is our weak link. I hate to say this, it's our captain, John McGinn. He is our weak link. he is not performing to standards. His who scored rating was a 5.87 for Villa, the worst one in the whole team, and that is lower than Ezri Konsa's, who did not also have a great match. He only had 23 touches compared to Douglas Luiz's 44 or 45 touches, and less than double of Kamara's 49 touches. So why is he playing in the 8? He clearly is not to the level as the rest of the team is in that number 8 role. His pass accuracy percentage was a 61%. That's incredible for a number 8. That is a damning number. For me, and I've been saying this for weeks, he has not been living up to this new role of captain. Steven Gerrard said hopefully giving him the captaincy would raise his game. And honestly, it looks worse. So for me, John McGinn has to sit, and he doesn't just sit 1 or 2 games now that we got Don Decker in. I'd like to see a center mid trio of Kamara, Douglas Luiz, and Don Decker that can hold the midfield, have some speed, have some size, and have some passing ability among them, because you can't have a number 8 that gets a 61% pass accuracy. It's just too shit. Okay? Villa need to cut the umbilical cord with John McGinn. And Steven Gerrard needs to finally let his favorite little boy out to roost for a little bit. Number 4, the library that is Villa Park. I'm a Villa fan. I've been to Villa Park. I've sat in the whole 10, and it was magical. It was amazing. When that place roars, there's nothing else like it in the world. It gives me goosebumps when I walk down those steps. But Villa Park is a library these days. They are waiting for mistakes from our team. The Villa fans, you're supposed to be the 12th man. Where are you? Your job is not to cheer after the team score. Your job is not to cheer in the 78th minute. Your job is to get this team going. And you've been failing miserably. You are angry about the results on the field. Fair enough. Players aren't playing well. Fair enough. Let them hear. The prices are too expensive. Fair enough. Let them hear. But also, give them some praise. Help them out. Dig them out of problems. Don't wait for them to do something to get off your feet. Get off your feet now, cheer the squad in, and see if you can get us an extra goal or two by hyping the teams up. I wish I could be there more. I do. Sadly, flight tickets, cost of living, the fact I'm a teacher is really struggling for me these days. But you know what? You guys are there. You guys can make the change. Make Villa Park a fortress. Whew. Had to get that one off my chest. And number 5. Fucking refereeing. And I hate to say it, but it's been abysmal. And it's nothing new for Villa fans. Villa fans know we don't get the right grain when it comes to reffing. They give PKs against us, they give offsides against us, they give everything against us, and surprisingly, top 6 teams don't. There was several instances in this game where Rodri or a center back like John Stones went over our forward, on top of him to win a head ball. Clearly fouls. Even the punditry is saying that is clearly a foul, and they don't call it. If Villa does it, we get the call called against us. You know, I don't want to say this is a conspiracy, because it's not. It's just truth. The fact is, Philip Coutinho scored a banger today, and they called it off for an offsides. That wasn't an offsides, and that's because the ref did not do his job and showed bias against a top 6 team. Something that we always knows happens. For me, the fact is they raised that flag and the ref blew the whistle. The AR should not be raising that flag on a close decision, and he was on sides. And the center referee should let it play out and use VAR in those moments. It's terrible. It's despicable. Both the center and the referee should be suspended for those matches. It's absolutely bullshit that we get these calls against us. Luka Dean handball, which everyone agrees was not a handball and was extremely harsh. And then the next week, man, you have it happen again. Same ref, no call. It's ridiculous that these referees get to go game by game getting their wages and they continue to make mistakes. Even today, there was a West Ham equalizer that was chalked off, unrightly so, against Chelsea. Are we surprised? No. Does it hint of a conspiracy? Maybe bribery or corruption? Fuck yeah, it does. Fix it, EPL. Get some proper refereeing in there. It's absolutely atrocious that this is the top league in the world, not even by a little bit, who outspends every other league, and your refereeing is dog shit. Figure it out. There's our 5 things we learned about Aston Villa against Man City. Number 1, Jacob Ramsey's new position. Kapow. Number 2, Villa look well drilled. Did Steven Gerrard just save his own neck, or is he still in the chopping block for 4 games? Number 3, weak link John McGinn. It's time to ride the pine. Number 4, Villa Park is a library. Time to change that. And number 5, bullshit refs who don't get consequences for blown calls. My name's JP California. This is the North End YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Give me a comment. Tell me I'm shit or tell me I'm right. Tell me how the atmosphere at Villa Park was, because for us and at stateside, it sounded atrocious. Get after us, guys. Hope to hear from you. Let's go, Aston Villa. Up the Villa.
This is the North End. This is the North End.